Hello and welcome. If you're a seasoned leader and you've been thinking about what's next, well, this explainer is for you. We're about to take a deep dive into a really unique faculty role at Northern Kentucky University. This isn't about climbing another ladder, it's about making a real, lasting impact. So let's find out if this could be the right fit.
So let's start with this. Does this question hit home for you? If you've been asking yourself something like this lately, wondering how to channel all your experience into something that lasts, then you're in exactly the right place. This is the exact question that sparked the whole opportunity we're talking about today.
So, what is this opportunity we're talking about? It's a role for a professor of practice in a brand new, completely online doctorate of education program, that's an EdD, in educational leadership at Northern Kentucky University. And look, this is not just another faculty job. It's a chance to help build and shape a program right from the very beginning. And this program isn't just for one kind of leader. You can see they're casting a really wide net. They're bringing together professionals from K-12, higher ed, nonprofits, corporate training, even healthcare. This tells you something really important. They value diverse experiences in their students, and that's exactly what they're looking for in their faculty, too. Okay, now let's get to the heart of what makes this role so different. It's all built around this very distinct philosophy, an approach they're calling an inside-out doctorate. And that's not just some catchy marketing phrase, it really defines everything about the program, and frankly, the kind of person they're hoping to find. Let's just pause on this for a second. This is a simple but really bold statement, right? They are not trying to just copy a traditional program and stick it online. They are intentionally building something different, something unconventional. So the real takeaway here is they're looking for someone who gets energized by that kind of innovation. And here's what inside-out leadership actually means. The whole idea is that to be a truly effective leader, you first have to be an effective person. This program puts a huge priority on developing the whole human being, their sense of purpose, their ethics, their courage. The professional skills, those are built on top of that solid human foundation. So now that we know the philosophy, the big question is this you? Think of these next few slides as a kind of mirror. They're a series of prompts to help you reflect and see if your own experience and your values really line up with what they're looking for. This question really gets to the heart of it. It's aimed at a very specific person. It's for the leader who isn't looking for the next promotion, but for a meaningful final act. A way to pull together a lifetime of experience and give it back. If that sounds like you, then they definitely want to hear from you. Now, this slide is fascinating because of the distinction it makes. They're looking for someone whose career has been defined by leading people, not just managing systems. Is your track record filled with stories of mentoring, of fostering growth in others? That's what they care about, way more than just operational efficiency. And make no mistake, this program is not stuck in the past. They're actively looking for a colleague who is curious, someone who's open to exploring new frontiers, specifically how AI can be a tool for reflection and personal growth. You don't have to be an AI expert, but you do have to be excited to learn right alongside the students. And what about mentorship? Does the idea of guiding doctoral students while they tackle real challenges in their own workplaces and communities, does that get you excited? This role is all about creating tangible impact, helping students get better at what they do in the here and now. Ultimately, it really all comes down to the team culture. These are the non-negotiables. Because this whole program is built on personal growth and honest reflection, the faculty team has to live and breathe those values. They're looking for a true collaborator, someone with the humility and inclusivity to create a space for the kind of honest conversations that lead to real growth. Okay, so if you've been nodding along and thinking, yeah, this sounds like me, let's talk about how that philosophy turns into actual practice. What would you do in this role day to day, and what kind of impact would you be making? So here are the 4 main parts of the job. You'll be teaching and co-designing courses. You'll be guiding those real-world capstone projects we talked about. You'll be actively exploring AI tools for learning, and you'll be working super closely with a supportive faculty team. It's a really dynamic mix of teaching, mentoring, and innovating. And this right here, this is the why. This is the ultimate purpose that connects everything you'd be doing. Every course you design, every student you mentor. It's all in service of this goal. The point isn't just to make better administrators who can manage, it's to develop better human beings who can lead. So if this opportunity is really speaking to you, the next step is to share your story.
And the application process itself is actually designed to help you do that, to go beyond just a simple list of your qualifications. What you need to submit is pretty straightforward. A short cover letter, about 500 words, your current CV or resume, and contact info for 3 professional references. But it's what they ask for in that letter that's really telling. Check out the specific prompt. See? They don't just want to know what you've done. They want to know how you did it. They're asking for a story, for you to reflect on a tough situation. This shows you they value wisdom and personal insight just as much as they value professional accomplishments.
And here's the timeline to keep in mind. They'll start reviewing applications on December 20th, 2025. Now, the position will stay open after that until they find the absolute right person. But if this is calling to you, now is definitely the time to start thinking about and preparing that story.
We'll end on this final thought, which comes directly from the university. It just perfectly sums up the spirit of the person they're looking for. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being curious, being committed to learning, and being ready to make one more big contribution. If that's you, they'd be honored to hear your story.